A very happy morning to all of you children. Welcome to the science class, students. Right now we are on the chapter number 2, that's microorganisms. We have been talking about the microorganisms in our previous classes, right? So what all did we study till now? Children, till now in this chapter we have studied about microorganisms definition, the 5 major groups of microorganisms, that is bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa and viruses. We have also studied about the useful microorganisms. Under this topic, students, we have covered that how microorganisms are being so useful to us. They help in the preparation of food. They are used in industries to prepare alcohol, vinegar. In the field of agriculture, they help to increase the soil fertility. Also, they are helpful in the field of medical as they help in preparation of medicines such as antibiotics and vaccines. They also help us to clean the environment and are a great source of food. So these were the topics that we have covered, children. In today's class, we will go ahead and study how microorganisms can be also harmful to us. So that is about harmful microorganisms, children. Can you all give it a thought and think about how microorganisms are harmful to us? क्योंकि हमने इतने सारे uses पढ़ लिए हैं, now we understand that microorganisms are very useful to us. But I am sure there would be a thought coming in your mind that why are we sitting at home, right? हम सब घर पे क्यों हैं? हम स्कूल क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं? That's because of the coronavirus, right? It is spreading a disease, COVID-19, that is really very, very dangerous for all of us, and that's the reason we are sitting behind back at home, right? So ये one of the harmful microorganisms का result है. Coronavirus is causing a disease. Coronavirus is basically a microorganisms, right? So microorganism cause disease. This is one of the harmful effect of microorganisms, children. So let us go ahead and study about some of the harmful microorganisms. As mentioned that they cause diseases to us. Do you all remember the definition of pathogens we have taught you in the beginning of the chapter? So what are pathogens? Pathogen, children, are the disease causing microbes, right? जो microbes हमें disease cause करते हैं, they are actually called as pathogens. They cause diseases in human beings, animals and plants. So that can also result in killing of the living organism. Now many of the microbial diseases, the disease caused by microbes, can spread from infected person to a healthy person. And how do they spread? They spread by means of air, water, food or physical contact. Now children, these diseases which can actually spread from one person to another, these diseases are called as communicable diseases. इन diseases को हम क्या कहते हैं? Communicable diseases कहते हैं, which are caused by microorganisms. Some of the examples of communicable diseases are cholera, common cold, tuberculosis, malaria, chickenpox. These are some of the diseases that I have named which can get transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person. And how do they transmit? They transmit by means of air, water, food or by physical contact with the infected person. Now these are the microbes that cause disease in the human beings as well. But have you any time wondered how do the microorganisms that cause disease, they enter into our body? So what is the point of entry? As we all have been seeing this in and out on the TV, we have been told many times, we even follow it. हम आजकल मास्क लगा रहे हैं फेस पे, right? So why are we actually wearing mask? The reason we are using the mask because the microorganisms might enter into our body through the air that we breathe, right? So one of the means by which microorganisms can actually enter into our body is the air we breathe, the food we eat, the water that we drink, or coming in direct contact with the infected person. And disease causing microorganism can also enter into our body through carriers such as insects. I would like to give you an example here for carriers. We all know that how is malaria caused? Malaria किससे होता है? Malaria results because of the protozoan called as Plasmodium, right? Now Plasmodium, how does it enters into our body? It enters into our body by means of a carrier. And what is the carrier here? The carrier is the mosquito. Mosquito, it is caused by a female Anopheles mosquito. So here मलेरिया का कॉस्टिव ऑर्गेनिज्म या फिर मलेरिया का पैथोजन क्या है? इट इज़ प्लाज्मोडियम विच इज़ अ प्रोटोजोआ. And what is the carrier for malaria? It is the mosquito, which is a female Anopheles mosquito. Alright children, similarly for dengue also, the carrier is actually a mosquito, that is female Aedes mosquito, and the causative organism or the pathogen is virus. So children, we understand here that the microorganisms enter into our body through water, air, food, direct contact with the infected person, or through the carriers as well. Please learn the definition of carrier that is given in your textbook on page number 30 in the purple box, which states that a carrier is a living organism which harbors a particular pathogen without ill effects and can transmit the microbe to others is known as a carrier. ठीक है, सो कैरियर क्या है? खुद अपने आप को हार्म नहीं पहुंचाएगा उस माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म को जिसको वो कैरी कर रहा है, बट इट विल ट्रांसफर दिस माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म टू अनदर लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म विच माइट गेट affected by the or which might have ill effects by the microorganism that it is carrying. So the spread through air takes place in the case of common cold. आप सबने सुना है common cold जब होता है, it basically happens because the transmission of the microorganism takes place through air. When a person suffering from common cold sneezes or coughs, fine droplets of moisture carrying the microbe are spread in the air. Common cold का pathogen is a virus. Alright children, the virus may enter the body of a healthy person through the breathing process. So हमें common cold कैसे हो जाता है? Common cold is a process. So children, I'm sorry, common cold is not a process, it is a disease. Yeah, it's a disease which is caused by virus. And how does this virus spreads? A person suffering from common cold, when he sneezes or when he coughs, जो fine droplets होती हैं saliva की, it get released into the atmosphere with the carrying the microbe. And when the healthy person inhales this air which consists of those microorganisms, he gets infected with the virus and might suffer from common cold. This is how the transmission of the microorganisms takes place in human beings. Now we will quickly go ahead and study some of the diseases, their mode of transmission, and general preventive measures that we should take in order to avoid these diseases. Now as we all know that there are 5 categories of microorganisms that we have: bacteria, viruses, protozoa, fungi and algae. We will go ahead and study the diseases caused by bacteria, viruses and protozoa that causes disease in the human beings. First is cholera, children. Cholera is caused by water or by food. If we have contaminated water or unhealthy food, that might result in cholera. And the causative organism या फिर pathogen यहाँ पे क्या है? That is bacteria. How can we prevent cholera? How can we prevent the cholera disease from infecting us? We should have boiled water. We should have clean water and food. We should eat properly cooked food, maintain good sanitation, keep personal articles of the patient away from those of others, and get vaccinated at proper age. These are the 5 general measures that we can take in order to avoid the cholera disease. Second is typhoid. Typhoid is caused by bacteria, so pathogen is bacteria here, and mode of transmission is air. Children, the general preventive measure for typhoid and for cholera remains same. We should have boiled water, eat clean food, properly cooked food, maintain good sanitation and hygiene, keep personal articles of the infected person away from the rest of the members of the family, and you have vaccination for this. You can get vaccinated at proper age. Then another disease caused by bacteria is tuberculosis. Its mode of transmission is air. Tuberculosis को हम TB के नाम से भी जानते हैं, and mode of transmission is again air here. We can keep the patient and his personal articles in complete isolation from others, and we can take BCG vaccine against the tuberculosis. The next disease we'll study are caused by viruses, children. First is measles. The mode of transmission here is air, and how it can be prevented? We can prevent it by keeping the patient and his personal belongings in complete isolation from the other people. Then the other diseases caused by virus are chickenpox, polio, hepatitis B. Chickenpox, polio are spread, or they spread by means of air. Polio can also spread through water. And chickenpox, an infected person can transmit it to a healthy person. The best way to prevent these diseases can be keep the patient isolated and his articles isolated from the other people, get vaccination. These are some of the preventive measures for chickenpox and polio. For hepatitis B, the mode of transmission is water. To avoid this disease, we should have boiled water. We should drink boiled water and get vaccinated. Then the diseases caused by protozoa, that is malaria. The mode of transmission here is mosquito. The carrier is mosquito here. How can we actually prevent this malaria disease? We can use nets, sleeping nets around us when we are sleeping, so that we can actually escape from the bites of mosquito. We should not allow water to collect in the surroundings so as to prevent the breeding of the mosquitoes. We can spray kerosene on the surface of water. That actually kills the larvae of mosquitoes by blocking oxygen. Then as use mosquito nets and mosquito repellents. ओडोमॉस वगैरह का नाम सुना होगा आप सब ने. We can use that to avoid mosquitoes, which are actually the carrier of the plasmodium, which is a protozoa that causes the disease. Now children, now we have studied the diseases caused by microorganisms in humans. But microorganisms do not limit themselves from causing disease in humans only. They are also causative organisms in animals and plants too. They can cause diseases in animals and plants too. So we will quickly go ahead and see a couple of diseases caused in animals first. Foot and mouth disease is caused in cattle. Yeah, we all know what are cattle. Cow, buffaloes come under the category of cattle, and this disease is called as foot and mouth. It is caused by virus. Foot and mouth disease में क्या होता है? The animal's foot and the mouth would have this kind of patches. That is actually foot and mouth disease. Then the next disease is anthrax disease. Anthrax disease is also caused in cattle. It is caused by bacteria in cattle. What happens? The bacteria called as Bacillus anthracis enters into the body and it produces poisonous substances that actually results in the anthrax diseases and might result in death of the cattle as well. Then we have sleeping sickness disease caused by protozoa in cattle, pigs and horses. Sleeping sickness results in illness, laziness in the animals. So these were some of the animal disease caused by microorganisms. Now next we will, children, go ahead and study about some common diseases caused by microorganisms in plants. First is rust of wheat, which is caused by a fungi, and mode of transmission is seeds. We can see here, this is the leaf of wheat crop. यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Healthy leaf looks green, complete green in color. But if you see, the fungi has infected the complete leaf and it is somewhat orangish, yellowish in color. So that actually impacts the growth of wheat. The next disease is citrus canker. Citrus canker, as the name suggests, takes place in citrus plants like lemon, and this disease is caused by bacteria. Mode of transmission here is air. The third disease in plants caused by microorganism is yellow mosaic disease of ladyfinger or okra. Ladyfinger is also called as okra. It is caused by virus. If you see here, you can actually compare a healthy leaf with a infected leaf. The infected leaf looks yellow here and it is being infected by virus. The fourth disease is tobacco mosaic, which is again caused by a virus and it spreads by hands and clothing of field workers. Yeah, so if they are working with an infected plant and again they go ahead and touch a healthy plant, from there the viruses might get transferred. So the field workers are the carriers here and virus is the pathogen, children. So that was all about harmful microorganisms in today's class. Just to revise once again what we have covered, in today's class we have studied about harmful microorganisms, what kind of diseases they cause in human beings, plants and animals, how do they get transmitted, and what are communicable diseases and carriers. Children, please read through the textbooks. We have already taken your Zoom class. You can now read through your textbook. Please go through the video once again and also through the YouTube reference links. That will help you to better understand the chapter. For any queries, you can get back to us through WhatsApp or Zoom class. So enjoy e-learning. Thank you.